I'm going to tell you right now, the reason why we got this victory in more ways than one was our fans. They were absolutely unbelievable, and they've been unbelievable through the ups, the downs, the highs, the lows. They propelled us to get this win. The energy that they brought the energy for our group, and we can't say I can't say enough. We can't say enough about this fan base and the way that they support us and got this thing going in the right direction.
On top of that, obviously, it was a do-or-die game for your group tonight. For them not only to come out with a win, but to do it in that type of fashion, what does it say about them?
They respond. You know, our guys, you know, we showed a video this morning, which is actually funny, that these guys that have all been in the NCAA tournament, you know, you talk about the one shining moment, these guys that have all played there, they know you're one and done. And that was it tonight. You either had a chance to end your season or you start a new one. And these guys made the commitment to each other, to our staff, that we want to keep playing basketball. And it showed up first and foremost on the defensive end. That defense in the first half was probably about as elite that we've seen in a while. Anthony Black and Jalen Suggs were high level defensively.
You just mentioned it. I mean, we haven't seen that type of defense in a while for this team. Can this spark something for the first round of the playoffs? I mean, where did that come from?
When you play with a sense of desperation and urgency, when you know you're either going home or you're extending your season, that's what it looks like. There is no second chances. And these guys took it, the ownership of it, their communication, their toughness, their togetherness. But again, I think, you know, I said to them, you know, if we would have said in the beginning of the year that you have a chance to play, to get the 8th seed with all the injuries, with everything that happened, with what's going on, would you take it? You would, no matter what happens. And these guys showed up and did it the right way.
Coach, earlier at shoot-around, you defended Paolo against the talking heads and the pundits that were attacking his work ethic. For him to respond the way he did tonight, with being a young player with that kind of pressure on him, what does that say about his character and his commitment to the game?
Yeah, you know, I can't say enough about the young man. You know, I don't think people will get, you know, how much he wants to work and how much he wants to win. And, you know, it's easy to always say things when things aren't going the right way, but he's put his head down and he worked. That's what he's always done. He finds a way to respond. And that's the young man that he is. And so, you know, you rally around him knowing what he's capable of doing to be himself. And, you know, sometimes when things aren't going great, you know, you have to have the support of those around you. And this team will rally and support what he's doing and how he's done it. And he's put the work in, and that's how we respond. So, you know, you got to give him a ton of credit for the way he responds to anything that goes on.
How important was the minutes and the scoring that you got from Wendell there in the first quarter? I think he had 10, including a pair of three-pointers, but just his production and to get, you know, you guys that 20-point lead there.
You know, the most impressive thing was not necessarily the scoring. It was the fact that we talked about them having 24 offensive rebounds in that Miami game, and then you hold them, you know, close to, you know, they get 7 tonight. That's big. You know, Diabate has been a monster on the glass, and to hold him off, and that's a big credit to Wendell. So yes, the scoring is the thing, but his ability to keep him off the glass, our guards making the commitment to come back and help him, them holding each other accountable when it didn't go the way we needed to, when they got a couple 50-50 basketballs, that's what this team is about, and that's what it's continued to be about.
Jamahl, what does it feel like to finally have this team play the way everyone really knew they were capable of playing, and to deliver a performance like they did tonight?
Yeah, I mean, not surprising in some ways. I mean, it's the moment we did what we were supposed to do. I think that's what it says. I mean, we did the job we needed to do. You know, regardless of what has been said, what we didn't do early on, we did what we were supposed to do tonight. And that's it. We gave ourselves an opportunity to be in the playoffs, to go play a very good Detroit basketball team. That's what we need to take care of. And I mean, enjoy this one for this moment because we got in, but at the end of the day, we still have a job to do.
Coach, in the NBA, it's very hard to stop great players. Mm-hmm. You did that in the first half with LaMelo Ball, you know, coming out of a strong game against Miami. Talk to us a little bit about the strategy behind it, you know, maybe the videos that you guys watch, because it seems like everywhere he turned around, there was a defensive player on top of him.
And that's why you give the credit to what Jalen and AB were able to do, and when we were switching on them, understanding how to get them inside the line. They took that personally, but then you got to give the credit to our coaches. They did such an incredible job with this scout, knowing what they just came off of, how they were playing in Miami, how this group has been playing together, how they've been playing fast, scoring the ball. To hold this group to 90 says a lot. Our defensive coaches and as well as the offensive coaches just putting the right game plan together, and our guys being committed to following it all the way through. I think it says a lot about the commitment that these guys have and the expertise of our coaches to be able to get these guys to buy into it, doing it the right way.
We talked this morning about setting a physical tone at the very beginning of the game. How much of a lift and confidence boost was it to kind of assert your will from the beginning of the game like you did? How much did that lift you throughout the course of the game?
Well, that's what you have to do to start the game. And I think you set the tone right away, and we're better when we do that. And, again, we're going to go face a Detroit team that is just as physical, just as tough, just as aggressive. But tonight, I think our guys did a very good job of setting the tone early. Jalen into the ball early. Desmond chasing over screens. Franz with his closeouts, keeping the ball out of the middle, containing the basketball, taking out the three early on, which this team usually shoots 50-plus threes. They got 45 up tonight, but I think that our ability to defend it the right way was very good. I mean, it was a beautiful thing to watch, and it's a blessing to have our guys just continue to get back healthy.
Jamahl, I know you just walked off the court, but what will be your message to your team as you head to Detroit, and how do you look ahead to how you guys will match up with them?
First of all, get our recovery, get our bodies right. That's one thing. That's the highest priority. Then the next thing is just understanding with the team that we're about to face. It's one game at a time. Knowing we've played them a couple times already, just being able to be smart in what we're going to do. Our coaches will do a great job with the game plan, but we did what we were supposed to do. I think there's a reason you can be happy tonight, but at the end of the day, you still have more work to do because we know what this team is absolutely capable of.
Piggybacking off that question, since we will not see you tomorrow, what does your team need to do in order to win that series?
I mean, there's a lot, and that's why we have great coaches that will put a plan together for our guys to help them understand. I know the number one priority in a lot of ways is Cade Cunningham. And that's the priority of that team. Now, they're a very tightly knit together team. They defend at a high clip. They turn you over. They make it tough to score. So we've got to make sure we're doing all the little things, just like in this game, against them. But that'll be a lot of game planning, a lot of film, a lot of walkthrough in the short time that we have. But our guys will be prepared for what we're going to see on Sunday.
When your team is at its best and the Pistons are at their best, do you see a lot of similarities between those two teams?
Absolutely. I mean, there's a physicality to this game that's going to be real. And that's the way Coach Bickerstaff coach. That's the way that we coach here. There's going to be a lot of aggression. There's going to be a lot of physicality. It's going to be, for lack of a better term, it's going to be a dogfight. And that's what this group is. That's why they've stamped their name as the number one team in the East, because of how they defend, how they get out and how they play, off of Cade. And then the other guys step in and do their job.
Jamahl, before this, when you talked about getting the guys to find the joy in basketball, and previously we hear the Magic standard, and this looked like the teams that you had last year and the year before. Why did it take 84 games and facing elimination for them to kind of put it together and play as well as they did tonight?
The sense of desperation, I think that was a big portion of it. I think ultimately a lot of times when there's an expectation early on in the year, the guys wait on them, sure, to do it a certain way and what it looks like. But then they say, tell God your plans, and he laughs. And it's going to be the way that it's supposed to be. And this is exactly what we needed it to be in this moment. And that's it. And that's what these guys recognized, and they took advantage of it.
And, Coach, you talked about how next series is going to be a dogfight. Jalen Suggs picked up his 5th foul in the 3rd quarter. So how do you defend in such a physical game and keep all those emotions in check when both teams are going to be physical?
I'm not going to say anything about the calls that were called on him. So I'm going to leave that one alone. You're not going to get me fined on any of them. A couple of them I'd have to just go back and look at the film and check and see if they were actual aggressive fouls. But for the most part, I thought he did a great job early on. And he caught a couple that were maybe a couple touch fouls. But, again, we have to continue to be smart, and when we're fouling, when we're grabbing, when we're holding, where that's being seen. I think that's just got to be the smart part about the game.
Coach, the team was roughly plus 20 in points in the paint in the first quarter, then plus 30 after 3 quarters in points in the paint, 50 to 20.
what led to that focus tonight with the team leaning on its strengths and able to kind of forego settling for the jump shots quite often?
Stops. I think we got stops. We were able to get out and run, get some early easy baskets. We talked about that before the game. What does that look like? You know, getting early steals on the smaller guards, being able to sit down and guard and create steals and turnovers. But the commitment, and that's why I say our coaches did an unbelievable job of recognizing the game plan for how they were playing us. We've seen it a couple times, the angles of screens, the details of that, how we can get over it to get downhill, to attack the basket, our ability to share the basketball, 27 assists, us continue to share. I think that's going to be the big key, coming off of it right away where the defense can't load up.
Coach, just two questions. Just the physicality, the physical plays of Desmond Bane, what did that do for the team tonight?
Game changer. But that's who he is. He's a tough, he dives on the floor. The loose ball he gets in front, opposite our bench late in the game, just those little things. He's just finding ways to win. That's what it matters. He sets the tone in a lot of ways for us, not just Jalen on the ball to pick up early on, but Desmond being early physical with Knipple. I think those were big keys to this game right now.
In pregame you said that you came to the arena feeling grateful for this game.
Yeah.
How are you going to feel heading home knowing that there's more basketball to be played?
There's nothing but gratitude for being able to coach this game and be around a group of special young men. I think that's something that we got to keep looking at. The fan support, when things aren't going always great, and it's easy to say a lot of things, this group didn't waver to the highest level. They stayed together and they figured out a way to get the win. So I'm super grateful that we get to do it some more, and that we know what we're capable of doing. And I think that's just the beauty of the game of basketball and the group that we have in that locker room.
Great. Thanks, Coach Mosley.
Thank you all. Appreciate it.